Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Malanatka map, and we've got Drunk Monkey from Big Daddy Clan. He's in the EBR 105, and he's out to get a big total. So let's see how he plays the map and gets the good performance out of it. Now he's just countered the other enemy EBR 105. He didn't appear to get spotted, so I think he's got better performance than the other EBR, but again, we'll see how that pans out. Alright, we are in the last, first couple of minutes of the game, and he's already picked up 2.5k of assisted damage. Took a shot there, but it hit his wheels, so he managed to get back to his base and repair. And all of a sudden, he's got over 3k. So the enemy tanks that went over that side thinking that they wouldn't be spotted, well, okay, bad luck. There's an EBR 105 here, one of the best light tanks in the game. Very much used in clan wars to the expense of just about every other light tank. Give you an idea of its power, not just for spotting but also to do damage. But this is not going to be about direct damage, this is about active spotting. So, not wanting to be caught out in the open, he knows that there's a couple of big guns there, and there's quite a lot of TDs, so he doesn't know where they are, they haven't been spotted. But just waiting for them to push up a little bit and or fire, which there we go, spotted now at the block B, so TD, and the 121 who's quite out in the open there, but he needs his team to back up his spotting, like any light tank does. There's the enemy EBR 105, takes a risk and shoots at him, and he does get spotted there. But you can see the close range of that EBR 105 to where he was. So he waits to go dark before he comes back up. Takes a bit of risk coming back in the same bush, of course. If anyone was blind firing, they'd be sure to blind fire your last known location. He's just popping up here to see if he gets spotted, which he's not. He's keeping that 121 lit. I can see the 121 there, just still effectively out in the open, but I guess the TDs are thinking, alright, well, it's a bit too close to get a line of sight on him, so a bit unfortunate there, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Centurion Action X is back, having lost a fair bit of health the first time. 121 is going away. Will he put a shot into his rear? No, I don't think he's not going to take the risk at this stage. Still early in the game.
I need your help.
And he's just asking the Gorilla 15 to back him up. But not getting a response. There goes the Centurion Action X again. And Drunk Monkey is seeing the 121 run away. Decides to put a shot into the side of him. And doesn't get spotted this time, so it tells you that the light tank is no longer there. And you can see the range to where the 121 is right on the edge of view range. Puts another shot in him. So the more damage you can do early in the game, the better, of course. It's all about the balance there. But you can see from the current balance total, his team's about 2,000 hit points down, so they've lost a bit of health on the hill, it looks like. He finally manages to get a shot into the EBR 105 on the enemy side, and again, doesn't get spotted. So just the difference in view range there, just giving that better opportunity. So I'm sure the enemy EBR is not too happy at this point. I think he's getting outpointed by Drunk Monkey. He's running away. Fires another shot, doesn't hit. The shot velocity on the APCR he's using is actually quite high. There we go, 1300 meters per second, just a lot kicking in. And as the Centurion X has just popped its head up again just as he moved away. Drunk Monkey deciding, okay, there's not a lot of value in being in that spot. There's only a couple of tanks there. He needs to really come out and spot in other areas of the map. It's quite a large map, of course. This is one of the large maps in the game. And He's coming up here to support the hill, knowing that basically the enemy could be pushing down from there, in which case he wants to give his TDs the ability to shoot back, although the Leopard 1 is probably going to be capable of doing the spotting, given the distances. Drunk Monkey just being careful here, making sure that everything gets spotted that needs to be spotted. So just moving up and taking bush after bush. There's the enemy EBR being spotted quite some distance away, so no problem. If he moves along this inside area, you can spot both the hill and the flat area. They've got a 1-2-1B in quite a forward position there. It's always a very annoying position. Oh, there he goes. Picks up spotting damage on the VZ55. With that 1-2-1B, definitely spotting, but it's only really going to help if the arty pick up those positions. And there are 2 arty on each side, so not completely useless, but that 1-2-1B sitting on 44 hit points. It's obviously not going to take too many risks. And you can see there that Drunk Monkey's actually spotting the T110E3. Now there's an Object 279E being spotted on the hill. And the arty taking a little chunk out of that. Spotted an FB 4005. He gets spotted that time. Not clear by who, but possibly one of the TDs with binocs up. And the view ranges from where he was, not that long. And he just managed to dodge an incoming shot. But again, continuing to accumulate spotting damage there. So over 5k now, getting close to 6k. It's of course not that difficult on this map for a light tank to pick up this sort of assisted damage. There's plenty of hit points in the game. This is an all tier 10 battle. And here we go. The fact that he wasn't down there in that corner and that people have retreated, the Centurion Action X has decided to push up. Pretty brave move, I would think, but there can be a bit of a disruptive tactic there, particularly if medium tanks come up that side. Tanks with good hull down capability, but the Centurion Action X paying a bit of a price there for being spotted, the arty focusing on him. He's dropped back out of sight, so Drunk Monkey can't re-spot him just yet.
Withdraw from that position.
He's telling the M60 to pull back from the position he's in. Also doesn't have a lot of health, so they've got quite a few damaged tanks there. They're still a little bit behind in hit points. But we're now about halfway through the game, and they've only lost 3 tanks per side, so it's one of the issues with this map. Can turn into a bit of a stalemate, but it really depends on how aggressive your light tanks can be. So keeping your hit points available to you until you're in a later stage of the map is really important for a light tank. And he knows he's damaged the other enemy EBR, so that is definitely going to help him. There you go, spotted Leopard 1 and Centurion Action X. Been spotted himself. He really needs to get out of line of sight. Oh, just dodged this, almost like he knew the arty was going to be landing in that spot. Just hit the change direction button just at the right time. And he's managed to get away scot-free from that location, but at least his team know that there are 2 enemy tanks down there. Now the E3 where he's at, it's in a bit of a interesting position. Really can't take a shot. He'll get exposed, and yeah, not really contributing greatly in that position. So we'll see if that comes back into play. And Drunk Monkey scouting here, not just for his team, but also to see where the team assets are placed and who could help him depending on which part of the map he's at. So he's got a couple of FB4005s. Right, there you go. He's discovered 1-2-1 again, who's worked his way around the side of the map, only to die coming down the hill. And Drunk Monkey picking up a lot of assisted damage there. So it's over 7k of assisted damage here, but now we're down into the last 5 minutes of the game. We're just about to get there. So a bit of active scouting is what you need now. Whereas the enemy EBR 105, that's going to be important. And he's just asking the FB 4005s to basically look where he's scouting and turned their turrets yet, so that's not really helpful. He's going to come down here and respot the Centurion Action X and Leopard, assuming they're still there, of course. Oh, there we go. Both of them, and he does take a hit from the Centurion. Fires a shot in return, but unfortunately that bounces. And he's taken another chunk out of the Centurion Action X. Quite a big chunk, actually. And also the Guerrilla 15 that's pushed up as well has taken the hit. That Guerrilla 15 in a bit of an exposed position. And he fires a shot towards him. And actually gets a hit there, which is really nice. And the Guerrilla 15 gets taken out by the FV4005, who was pointing down the direction. So good to see that he's turned around and started picking up the targets there. I suppose this is about targets of opportunity as well. If you're not getting any targets from the direction you're pointing and someone spotted them, you might as well turn around and pick them up. So no one coming over the top of the hill, so that's good, but just confirming that. 4 minutes to go. What can Drunk Monkey do? Still got most of his health here, so he can come up here and just spot a bit closer to the forest area. Help out this 121B, who's really stuck in that position. There you go, spotted 279E on the hill again, and he gets spotted himself. Again, not clear who's spotting. Could be the enemy EBR, and he takes a hit from the Leopard. That's well, that Leopard's been cheeky. And the hard hit comes in again, but he dodges. So Drunk Monkey closing in on 10k of assisted damage here. He's just doing the right thing as the only little light tank. He's getting really maximum effect out of his vehicle at this point. So it's more going to be a question of exactly how far can he go. So he needs to get rid of those tanks down the bottom. That's part of it. The Leopard 1 is still there and on fairly high health. Not anymore, and in fact gets sent back to the garage. Now he didn't spot that there, so that might have been the E3. Or in fact the other Leopard 1 on his team, but now there's just the... Oh look, there's a Batchat Hardy. Isn't that cheeky? Oops, he runs into a rock. This could be dangerous. Someone's got to kill that Batchat Hardy. And he gets taken out by the E3. Oh, in fact that's Lou Kodge. He's someone on my friends list. Good Hawthorn supporter. You can probably tell by the name. Haven't seen him for a long time, so he must have come back to the game more recently. But yeah, that's a very odd position for your enemy arty to be in. Maybe you thought that no one would ever expect them to be in that position. But basically, by doing the math, he's worked out that no one is in that position anymore. The Centurion Action X is gone, the Guerrilla's gone, and the 121 is gone. So you can come up and scout more now and take much more map control. And he gets spotted again. There's the enemy EBR. And he gets the kill. So the enemy's lost their eyes now. He's spotted here, but it's pretty safe. He's in a bit of a ditch. And no one in the forest is going to be able to shoot down at him right here. And he's gone dark now. So he can use his commander's vision system to start spotting the tanks in the forest, which he managed to do. And he gets spotted himself, so luckily the incoming shots miss him. Crane Wagon gets taken out. Object 261 gets taken out. And there's a Chieftain who shoots at him and misses. And he's ticked over 11k of assisted damage here, so it's turning into a big game here for Drunk Monkey. Only 3 enemy tanks left, an E3, a Fock B and the Chieftain. And he's found the E3. And he holds his shot because he gets taken out by the Leopard 1. Now there's the Chieftain and the Fock B. So he's well spotted here. The Fock B takes out 5A, which is fine, but how long they're going to last is all a matter of conjecture. But here goes the Chieftain. Oh, leaves the Chieftain to 92, but he gets taken out by Artie. And there's the Fock B. And will he reload? No, he doesn't, but he gets the spotting damage. So it turns out 13k of assisted damage there, 2k of his own, 15k combined. Massive game. Right, we've got the detail here, so let's have a close look at this. Got the Patrol Duty Medal and the Scout, so that tells you that you are the best light tank in the game, and the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. Now he's ended up with 14.5k of assisted damage there, so a bit more than we saw in the game. So together with his damage total of 2.1, that's 16.7k of combined damage, which is a massive result. So no wonder it's an Ace Tanker badge. So how did that compare to the team? But just have a look at that list of vehicles he's spotted and got damage from. All right, so he's finished well on top. 1453 base experience at tier 10 is well above what you need to get. Although the EBR's got a fairly high Ace Tanker level, similar to the Chieftain and a couple of other tanks that we've seen. Yeah, he's getting close to double the EXP of the next few thing, but Marta in the FP4005 that he tagged to ask him to help really paid off there, getting 4.5k nearly, and another tank there, 261 Artie, getting over 3k, so good result for those people, and good spread of damage across the rest of them. Pretty much apart from a Crown Wagon, they must have been lost on the hill in the early stages, it looks like. And on the enemy team, the Chieftain at the end did 3k, the best damage of all of the tanks, although the E3 picked up nearly 3k, but well done the list in the VZ55, who probably helped capture the hill. Also a good play out of that player, but nonetheless this is a Drunk Monkey's game here. Seeing that at firing 12 shots, 9 of those hit and 6 of those penetrated. I gave him his damage total, but it's really the spotting that is the key here. And as a result, with a low number of shots fired, and he fired pretty much his standard rounds too, he's had very low costs both for repair and for ammunition. So he's made a very decent profit of 84k, which at tier 10 is pretty special result there without any reserves playing out whatsoever. Anyway, great game there from Drunk Monkey. Thank you very much for the content. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the video get more exposure. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, would like you to do that, and we will have more great content to follow. So thanks very much for watching.